Hey everyone, it's Dawn here, and today I want to talk about first aid and treating road rash, how I do it. Everyone has their different methods and ideas and stuff. I do first aid a lot differently than a lot of people, I think, because I've I've had lots of experience with injuring myself in all different ways, breaking bones and tearing tendons and ligaments and skull fractures and concussions. And I can tell you all about healing things and healing wounds and caring for stuff and how to do it the quickest, most efficient way possible while still maintaining your must do everyday life, right? Because life doesn't stop even though you are injured. And certainly my life doesn't stop when I'm injured. So my last crash was during my last 16-hour challenge, and riding Roger's very special custom modified Master Pro with additional batteries coming out to 7,200 watt hours. He made another one for himself that was 9,600 watt hours. But anyways, that 7,200 watt hours, at the very end of the challenge, I hit very bad winds, which is kind of typical for my area. And the wind kind of, I had been battling that wind long enough to where I was afraid. I was actually afraid, and I am not afraid of much. I was actually afraid because it caught me a few times between the heavy winds and the heavy wheel and the big wheel. It was it was a lot hard for me to handle. And at the very end, it came down to hitting the limit of what I could handle, what the wheel could handle, and all that, and I went down. The wind took me out. Anyways, I have internal injuries, bruised ribs, bruised knee and ankle. My boots, every single time I crash or have an incident, I'm telling you guys, my boots have protected me so many times, and I'm still wearing the same boots that I always wore. And like, they don't even sell that anymore, and I don't want to change because these boots have protected me over and over again. Once again, my boots protected me, my pants protected me. My upper armor did not, though. It is mesh, and mesh does not hold up to the road. It will tear in a split second. And but it's been doing okay for me. But this time, between I don't know, I got smashed down hard, and the armor took the hit, the first impact as much as it could, but then the mesh tore off. So what I'm going to talk about today is explaining how I treat road rash. Road rash is something I am actually new to experiencing. Well, all my years of motorcycling, I've only had one little bit of road rash on my wrist right here, and that was when I was riding pocket bikes, and I was wearing full leathers and everything, but I didn't want to put on my gloves because we were just in a parking lot playing around with these pocket bikes, and yeah, I crashed, and I didn't have my gloves on, so I had a little bit of road rash right there. But that was it. Before EUCs, that was the only road rash that I had ever experienced. Since EUCs, and since wearing that mesh top that I wear, I have had several road rash, just a little bit. One on this side of the shoulder, because I always hit on my shoulder first, and one on this side of the shoulder, but those ones were pretty small. And but this time, this is the most amount of road rash I've ever had my entire life. So this time, the road rash that I have is just this little bit on my elbow, and you can see it's healing nicely. When did I do this? Today is Wednesday. No, today's Tuesday. All right, today is Tuesday, June 4th, and I did this Sunday. So it's been a couple days. So this is the big one. Making sure that it can zoom and focus. All right, so you'll see that there's a lot of black and all that. So when I first got the road rash, oh, I'll insert that photo here. I'll insert a photo here of what it looked like, and you'll see that there's a lot of black and dirt and all that. So the problem with road rash is that the ground, the asphalt, the concrete is literally scraping away all your layers of skin, and all that dirt and grease and grime and oil and every single bit of bacteria is just like ground into your skin. So it's an extremely dirty wound. And so one of the biggest priorities that you want to do is to clean it. Clean it really well. Now here is where I differ from some people. Some people will say scrub it, scrub it, scrub it, scrub the beep out of it and scrub it until it bleeds. They basically want you to scrub every bit of black out of there and just leave, a bloody hamburger meat mess out of it. I don't really go by that. Actually, I don't go by that at all. I scrub it. I gently exfoliate it. Any parts that was severely black and black chunks, obviously, I pick those out and stuff like that. But otherwise, you see how the center, I left all of that because that is basically debris and stuff that has ground into the skin, turning it black. Also, dead skin, turning it black, or dead skin either turns black or whatever. It's just, yes, it's going to come off, but it's going to slough off on its own, as is proven here. You see that super bright pink edge all around? That is where it has sloughed off on its own. And you can see that here. From the edges, it sloughs off on its own, and it will continue to slough off on its own, revealing that brand new skin underneath, the brand new, beautiful, clean, and pink skin. So, yes, cleaning a wound is extremely important, but you can offset the importance of it by regularly cleaning. So I am not going to focus on one huge, intense cleaning at the beginning. I am going to count on my body's ability to continuously clean and heal on its own. It will clean, it will exude serum. Serum is the clearish, yellowish, thickish fluid that is coming out. That's filled with your white blood cells and any stuff that it oozes out. So it's going to clean and it's going to ooze out this stuff. It'll ooze out stuff that, if it's a lot of bacteria-ridden stuff, then it will look like pus in that it's a thicker yellow, but it won't have a smell. So it's not an active bacterial infection. It's clean pus. But and when I see that, I'm going to clean it, and I'm going to clean it again, dress it again, and slap a new bandage on it. So because I'm doing this cleaning so often, then it kind of negates the need, not negates, but it offsets the need to really scrub at it. Because one, when you really scrub at it, you do expose it to more things, because now you could be exposing it even deeper to more things. And two, it is so painful. And to me, there really is no reason to go through that pain when you have this alternative. And this alternative is just a gentler alternative that is still like really effective. Now, if your road rash, this road rash isn't that deep. If your road rash is very deep, then I will say that there is an importance to get if something got all the way deep inside, foreign debris, you really do want to get that foreign debris out. And if you have to dig and scrub to get that out, then yeah, that's when I would scrub and dig to get that out. But since mine was more surface, then just gentle exfoliating with my hand was good enough. So I've got scissors, I've got antibiotic plus pain relief, from Rite Aid, just your generic one. Any one of this is good. And then I have this with, let's see what this says. Oh God, something transparent tape. It comes in 3.94 inches by 10.94 yards. All right, so it's like a 4-inch. It's like a 4-inch strip thing. Oh my goodness! Look, it always likes to do that. All right, and this is basically like the cheap, the cheap man's version. This is like $12. $12 for 11 yards of this stuff, right? Look how much you get. Okay, and I've used this. This is actually what I've been using for all of my road rashes or any other injuries type stuff. But you get a lot of it, and you can cut it to whatever shape and size that you want. And it is excellent because one of the things that people will use is Tegaderm. Well, Tegaderm is excellent, but it is very expensive. And if you're using Tegaderm, you might not be changing your bandages 3-4 times a day like I am. And then I slow down, as the seepage slows down, I slow down on that until I'm ready to have it open. But if you're going to be changing often and you don't want to worry about the cost of it, this is the way to go. So I'm going to do my elbow one first. I just eyeball what size I need, and then I cut according to these nice lines that they give me. So the first thing to do is to clean the wound. And after the wound is all nice and clean, you pat dry, and then you apply a thin layer of antibiotic ointment on the wound itself. I've already done those steps, which is why mine is nice and shiny and clean. And this antibiotic ointment, it's going to play 2 big roles. One is to be an antibiotic ointment. The second is that the entire surface is sticky. So you put the antibiotic ointment on the wound itself and a little bit of a border around it, and that will dictate what this will not be able to stick to. Everywhere else where it touches, it's going to stick very well. I think I'm a little bit low. I already placed this, but I'm going to place a little bit more because I think it kind of absorbed into my skin already. All right. So let's see if you guys can tell the new application of it. I'm just going to put it directly on the wound and then a little bit of a border all around so that my, I need a napkin. Shop towels make excellent napkins. All right, so then this is all ready, and I'm going to show you my trick for using this because it might be tricky for people that are not familiar with this. All right, how should I do this? Stand off to the side. All right, so one side is going to be like this, the wavy. This is the top. So the white backing on one of the edges is going to be a pre-cut. Can you see how this is pre-cut? Okay. So I'm going to bend it and open it up, and then I'm actually going to open one end and open the other end, just so that these 2 ends are just kind of pre-open. Then I'm going to take the big one and I am going to go past the center mark, which is the curvy lines over there, and I am going to crease it. All the time being very careful not to touch that underside because that clear film, all of that is sticky. So now this makes it very simple to, let's see, how do I do this? Place it on. I'm going to give it a nice firm press at the beginning, and then I'm going to pull out the rest of the backing. Now, this part on top, you now have to remove. Oh, what? Actually, I have to remove this little strip. This is the other side of the under backing. So this is why I opened it up at the beginning, is because that makes it a lot easier to find that side and open it up. Now I'm going to take this curvy part and fold it over, and I am going to gently, now this stuff will also stretch, but I don't want to use the stretch part of it much. And then I want to push down the sides, and I'm not going to force it because I don't want wrinkles. Then it's up to this side. I just want to flip you over. And then I'm going to press it down. Now I have something that is waterproof. It is protective, and it acts as, it's a barrier, it's a second skin, and it will bend with me. It's very flexible, it's stretchy, all that good stuff. I didn't do a great job because you can see it open over here, but it doesn't matter because I actually had a whole, I used too much. I usually don't want to have this much. I would rather only have it come to about here. All of this is superfluous, so. But for the, I don't know, everything's weird when you do it on camera. All right, now for the hard one, the one on my shoulder. So this one, let's see. I can't remember how I want to do this one. Should I show you how I did it with the two-part? Yeah, let me show you how I did it with the two-part. Okay, so two-part, that means I'm going to cut two of these that are the same size. I think I've already told you guys everything. So if you don't want to watch this part, feel free to click off here, because I don't think I have anything new to say. All right, so I have two pieces. Focus on the first one. We have the backing. We're going to find where it's pre-separated. So I'm going to fold this over here. I'm going to open this side over here. I'm just opening the side so that it's much easier to get it open later on. Now, oops. Gotta be on camera, gotta be on camera. I'm gonna pull off the backing. Dun, dun, dun. It's easier when you can get it all facing the same way like that. And once it is past that center mark over there, I can crease it so it stops fighting me. Okay, now I have something to hold. Oh God, I'm not even sure if I can do this on, can I do this on camera? Let's see. And you see that it doesn't go all the way up top, but that's because it's because of the size of it. Oh my gosh, okay. Stop, I need to think. Let's stay. Go back. There you go. I don't know why I'm whispering. There. All right, now I have to take off. It's like I can either go like this under, or I can go like this over. Okay, so this one, I need to take off this little piece over here. It's weird, sometimes it's hard when I look at it, so I try not to look at it and try to go by feel instead. But it has to do with how I can reach. All right, so now press that down, and then this center one. And don't pull upwards like that. Pull like this and go slow so you're not pulling the bandage off of it. And if you can, see, this is where it's nice to have two hands. Push on it as you go so that you try not to have wrinkles. And now this one down here. Pull it down against your skin. And the bottom is much more important than the top. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just lied. There is more important things I need to tell you. The bottom here is very important that you have a good seal. So here I have this much of a border. And that is because, especially with a wound that size, it's going to weep a lot. So when it's weeping and then I lay on it and stuff, it will put a lot of pressure on it and it's going to want to leak. So you want that bottom border on a wound like that to be very substantial. Like, I think I did a good job there. So now, see, the top is still exposed. I could leave the top exposed. I don't want to. All right, so same procedure again. Find that edge, open it up, open up this border, open up this border. So it makes it much easier to open up later on. You see how it's curved like that? Bend it to where it's flat so that it will bend the other way easier like this. And then crease it. And the good thing is this will stick to itself very well. So if you have a very large wound, like this one is large. Okay, I can't see. This camera does not make a very good mirror, but I'm just gonna go like that. It wants to stick to itself. Then pull off the bottom backing. And don't, when it's curved like that, don't worry about pressing it down all the way or else it's gonna wrinkle. All right, so take off this bottom backing, press that one down, and now it's sticking to the first one. This one, somewhere around here. Oh, it's so hard to reach. No, come back. Okay. Do it like that. And then this last one. Now, at the very beginning there, you see how it's completely covered? And now when I wear clothes and stuff, I'm not going to be dripping and leaking, and it's not going to hurt as much because it's like this is a second skin on top of it. So it's going to keep it clean. It's going to let the body heal from the inside out. Healing from the inside out is so much nicer, I think. If I didn't do this part, what would happen is that the body will try to scab over immediately. The body wants it to be protected from the outside world. Your skin is a super important barrier to all of the bacteria out there. Super important. So when you have an open wound like this, your body wants to seal this wound from the outside world. It's going to create scabs. These scabs then When it creates scabs, though, then it locks in all of the debris and the germs and the bacteria that was on the inside. And that's when you get pus coming up and you get a lot of red swelling and really bad infection, stuff like that, because all of that stuff is trapped and it's not able to seep out and get cleaned and all that stuff. So this method, the body is not worried about creating scabs. You see, there's no scab formation at all. All of the body's focus is on making the new skin. All of that pink is new skin. That is not infection. And then that dark line in the center is the old yucky stuff that still has to slough off, because it heals from the outer edges to the center. I think usually the center is deeper, or the deepest part. Well, it's going to depend on your wound and all that. But anyways, so yeah, no scab formation, because this barrier makes your body feel like it doesn't need to be building up scabs and all that. It can just focus on making the new skin, pushing out all the yucky stuff. All of that seepage it's pushing out the yucky stuff. Yes, it looks disgusting, and yeah, you have to deal with the wound and be very diligent on cleaning and all that stuff, but that's the price you pay. And for me, this looks so much nicer, and it will heal much nicer, and there'll be less of a scar afterwards. So I found that road rashes tend to leave a discoloration. I'll show you one of my old ones. Where is it? I think right there. Can you see there's a little dot over there that's a little darker than everywhere else? I think that's one of my old road rash scars. So like minimal skin discoloration if you do this properly. So if you care about your looks and all that stuff, then do it proper and you'll have minimum scarring afterwards. But some people think scars are cool, so do that if you want to. But scabs to me is I don't know, they get itchy and all that stuff. So I will do this until the whole thing is all nice pink, clean skin. And then I might do it for a day or two afterwards, just for the skin to kind of really get nice and a few thick layers on there. And then I'll be able to tell when it's time to not use this anymore at all, and let it scab up if it wants to scab up. But by that time, it shouldn't even want to scab up. But we'll see. I'll give you an update and let you know how it goes. But yeah, very quick and easy. It's nice and clean now. I can touch it. I can have clothes over it. And it's not a big deal. So there you go. Thanks for joining me. I hope this helps. Let me know if there is anything else that you would like me to talk about in terms of healing or anything else. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for your support. Remember that I have turned on members for my YouTube channel. So please like, like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell. And also join my YouTube channel. It's under memberships, and there I have a link in my description below, and you can join me and support me further in my YouTube channel and all of my adventures. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.